Sonic Mania was one of the biggest pleasant surprises of the year so far. A Sonic game that came out and was actually not awful. It was actually quite great. I mean, I loved it. I thought it was superb. I gave it a very glowing review, as did many people. Those who forgot Sonic Generations happened proclaimed loudly that Sonic was back, and basically Sega enjoyed a lot of goodwill that it's not had in quite some time. And then they go and spoil it all by using something stupid like Denuvo. Denuvo, if you don't know, is DRM, anti-piracy measures. Anti-piracy measures that of course don't work because anti-piracy measures don't work. DRM on paper is supposed to stop pirates, but pirates always find ways round it, so all it really does is get in the way of paying customers. Sometimes, like with Ubisoft, it forces them to play a game online, even if it's single player. Other times it's just glorified malware. It's stuff in your game that monitors you. People don't want it on their computers. Denuvo especially is something people don't fucking want. I think Rhyme was the last game to use it the last high-profile game to use it, and they had to walk back on it and remove it because pirates circumvented it within 5 days. Also, it was dealing with a bunch of bad spin at the time because people were saying it was making the game run slower. Those who were able to strip Denuvo out of Rhyme say they got it to run faster. Denuvo denies this, but that's what people are saying. In any case, it seemed almost inevitable that they were going to U-turn and get rid of Denuvo because it's such a bad PR it's such a bad PR move to use Denuvo. Like, it's honestly an incredibly stupid thing to put in the PC version of any game, but that's what happened. The PC version of Sonic Mania, which had been delayed until now, is finally out, and it's a hot turd of a fucked cock. At the time of talking, and Sega says this is a bug, but at the time of talking you can't play Sonic Mania, which is predominantly a single-player game, offline. You gotta be connected to the internet to play a Sonic the Hedgehog platformer. Because of course you fucking do. Even worse, with Denuvo being as despised as it is by a significant portion of customers, Sega failed to note on the Steam store page that it was using Denuvo. There are many people who will not buy something if Denuvo is in it, with good cause, I think. Typically when you buy a game, you just want the game. You don't want third-party software stowing away on it. Like bilge rats. Actually, I don't know what differentiates a bilge rat from a regular rat. I imagine they like bilge. Luckily, Sega's apologised for that. They've not apologised for putting DRM in a game that shouldn't have it, but they have apologised for not listing DRM on the store page, but they're fixing that, thank fuck. Making this even worse is the fact that thanks to pre-order culture, people are having difficulty getting refunds for the game. There are some people that, with this news, no longer want to pay and support it. And again, I think that's fair enough. If you don't want money going into the pockets of people who are in bed with Denuvo, absolutely don't spend your money there. But people who pre-ordered it were gifted a copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 1, and that means they can't get a refund because that's being counted as the point of purchase. That was like over 2 weeks ago. The period for refunds is over, so people are not being able to get refunds for Sonic Mania, even if they haven't started playing it. They've quote-unquote had it for so long. And you know what? I'm willing to bet that that wasn't Sega's intention, but it looks so fucking cynical and devious that I wouldn't blame anybody for thinking this was purposefully orchestrated to scupper people's attempts to refund the fucking thing. I don't want to assume the worst, but if you're using very unpopular DRM that seems to come at the expense of your paying customers, you've already proved that you care more about the sales of the game and the game's success than about customer satisfaction, which is fine. I mean, it's a shitty attitude, but companies have got to make money, companies have shareholders, fine, have that attitude. Have the attitude that your customer satisfaction is way, way, way less important than having DRM. But it does allow us to assume the very worst. So if I assume that you deliberately, Sega, deliberately did the whole Sonic gift thing so that people couldn't refund their game when they found out that your shitty DRM was in it, I'm gonna have to assume it, because if you use the DRM that you're using, you're lower on the moral totem pole than a marmoset, widely agreed upon by scientists as nature's least moral mammal. Facetiousness aside, I have a feeling these refunds are gonna get through somehow once enough of a stink's been kicked up, although if they don't, this is gonna have to upgrade to huge Inquisition material. Because honestly, I think not wanting Denuvo is a more than valid reason for refunding something. I mean, you should be able to refund for any reason, that's the point of the refund system. But for those who think that refunds need to come with some sort of moral duty, some sort of responsible, court-approved reason, this one, I think, meets the bar. Other than that, all there is to do is lament the shame of this. Sonic Mania, it was a critical darling. Sonic Mania is a fucking excellent game. But even when Sega isn't dropping the ball with Sonic, it finds another ball and drops that. Can we really not just have video games come out and be good? Can it not just be that? Can that be the end of the story? Can a game be fucking great, be fucking awesome, give loads of people a really good time, and that just be the end of it? If it's not really good games having microtransactions ham-fistedly shoveled in, it's a PC port being completely fucked up, or having DRM in it, or its content being carved out for Season Pass, it's always something. It's always gotta be something. At least as far as the AAA fucking industry is concerned. Because nothing's enough for them. It's never enough for them to just bring out a fucking good game that makes people happy. That's never enough. To quote James Bond, the golden eye is not enough for these fucking people. God, video games are the worst.